Once upon a time, in the quaint village of Rivamist, nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there was a special fairground known for its magical carousel. The carousel, adorned with intricately carved wooden animals and shimmering lights, was said to come alive during the full moon, offering wondrous rides to those with pure hearts. The fairground was owned by a kind old man named Cedric, who had spent his life maintaining the carousel and telling tales of its magic. Despite Cedric's stories, many villagers dismissed them as mere fantasy. But in the heart of the village lived a young girl named Eloan, who believed in the magic of the carousel more than anyone else. Eloan had always felt a special connection to the fairground. Her grandmother had once told her that the carousel was enchanted by a powerful sorceress named Lyra, who had blessed it with the ability to grant a single wish to anyone who rode it on the night of a full moon. Eloan dreamed of riding the carousel and making a wish for her village, which had recently faced a series of hardships, including failed harvests and a dwindling river. As the night of the full moon approached, Eloan's excitement grew. She decided to visit the fairground, hoping to discover the truth behind the carousel's magic and perhaps find a way to help her village. On the night of the full moon, Eloan arrived at the fairground. The moonlight cast a silvery glow over the carousel, making it look even more enchanting. Cedric was there, as usual, but tonight he seemed to have a mysterious twinkle in his eye. "Eloan," Cedric greeted her with a warm smile, "I'm glad you've come. The carousel has been waiting for you." Eloan's eyes widened with wonder. "You believe in its magic, don't you, Cedric?" Cedric nodded. "I do. And I believe that tonight, the carousel will show you something extraordinary. But remember, the magic of the carousel is tied to the purity of your heart and the sincerity of your wish." Eloan thanked Cedric and approached the carousel. The animals, glistening unicorns, elegant swans, and majestic lions, seemed to sparkle with life. She chose a graceful white unicorn and climbed onto its back. As she settled into place, she felt a gentle breeze and heard the soft, melodious music of the carousel begin to play. As the carousel started to spin, the world around Eloan began to blur and shimmer. The moonlight bathed the fairground in a soft, magical light, and she felt as though she was floating among the stars. The unicorn beneath her seemed to glide effortlessly, and the carousel's music became a soothing, harmonious melody. Suddenly, the carousel slowed to a stop, and Eloan found herself in a beautiful, otherworldly garden filled with glowing flowers and twinkling fireflies. At the center of the garden stood a majestic figure, Lyra, the sorceress who had enchanted the carousel. Lyra greeted Eloan with a kind smile. "Welcome, dear child. You have ridden the carousel with a heart full of hope and sincerity. I have been waiting to grant you a wish. But first, tell me what is in your heart." Eloan took a deep breath and spoke from the heart. "My village is struggling, and I wish for it to be blessed with abundance and joy. I want to see my people happy and thriving once again." Lyra's eyes twinkled with approval. "A noble wish, indeed. To fulfill it, you must first understand the true essence of giving and gratitude. The magic of the carousel is not just in granting wishes but in spreading joy and kindness." Lyra waved her hand, and the garden transformed into a vision of Rivamist, with its fields lush and green, the river flowing joyfully, and the villagers smiling and celebrating. "This vision is a glimpse of what your wish can bring," Lyra explained. "But remember, true magic lies in the actions that follow." With a wave of her hand, Lyra sent Eloan back to the fairground. The carousel resumed its gentle spinning, and Eloan found herself once again on the back of the unicorn. As the carousel came to a stop, she dismounted and thanked Cedric. "I've seen a vision of what could be," Eloan said. "But now, I must work to make it a reality." Cedric nodded, his eyes filled with encouragement. "You have the heart of a true leader. Go and share the magic of your vision with your village." Eloan returned to Rivermist and gathered the villagers. She shared the vision she had seen and inspired them with hope and determination. Together, they worked tirelessly to restore the fields, clean the river, and support one another. Their efforts began to pay off, and the village slowly transformed. The fields became lush and bountiful, the river flowed with crystal clear water, and joy returned to the hearts of the villagers. Rivermist flourished once more, and the people celebrated their renewed prosperity with gratitude and unity. The carousel at the fairground continued to spin under the light of the full moon, and Cedric's tales of its magic became even more cherished. Eloan's wish had been fulfilled not just by the enchantment of the carousel, but by the collective spirit and kindness of her village. And so, the legend of the enchanted carousel lived on, reminding all who heard its tale of the true magic found in hope, hard work, and the joy of giving.